Dear children, in this session, you will see the solution to problems of Chapter 9, Introduction to C++. The first question is, what is the result of 8.5 modulus 2? In this expression, 8.5 modulus 2, the numerator 8.5 is a float value. But you should remember that modulus operator operates only on integers. That is, both the numerator as well as denominator should be integers. So the answer to this question is, since the modulus operator operates only on integers, compiler throws an error. The second question is, given that I is equal to 8, j is equal to 10, k is equal to 8, what will be the result of the following expressions? Look at these expressions. Can you identify what type of expressions they are? They are relational expressions because these expressions involve relational operators. What are the relational operators in C++? Greater than or equal to, lesser than or equal to, and not equal to. So here we have relational expressions. The result of a relational expression will be a Boolean value, true or false, that is 1 or 0. Therefore, for I less than k, look at the values for I and k. It is 8 less than 8, which is false. So the result is 0. Second one, I less than j. That is 8 less than 10. It is true. So the result is 1. I greater than or equal to k. 8 greater than or equal to 8. It is true. So the result is 1. I equal to j. 8 equal to 10. False. The result is 0. J not equal to k. 10 not equal to 8. True. So the result is 1. The third question, what will be the order of evaluation for the following expressions? In this, the arithmetic expressions I plus 3 and j minus 9 are joined with the relational operator greater than or equal to. Therefore, this is a relational expression. To show the order of evaluation for a given expression, you have to draw a flow diagram. For that, you have to select and write down only the variables and constants in that expression in the same order in which it is given in the expression. I, 3, j, 9 are the variables and constants in this expression. So I write down I, 3, j, 9. Since we have to first evaluate the arithmetic expressions I plus 3 and j minus 9, I show that by joining I and 3 with the addition operator plus, and then j and 9 with the subtraction operator minus, and then join these two arithmetic expressions with the relational operator greater than or equal to, and finally I show the result by drawing a small line at the end. So this is how you present order of evaluation for a given expression. This expression is also a relational expression. A plus 10 is an arithmetic expression. P minus 3 plus 2q is an arithmetic expression, and both are joined by the relational operator less than. And here in the right hand side arithmetic expression, you should be very careful. They have given us 2q, but it is actually 2 into q. So the variables and constants from this expression will be A, 10, P, 3, 2, Q. Observe here that I have separated and written 2Q. By following the precedence of operators, the first operation to be executed is the multiplication between 2 and Q. So 2 into Q. And then the remaining operators are only addition and subtraction. So you do them in the order of appearance. So first a plus 10 and then p minus 3. And now p minus 3 and 2 into q you join with the addition operator plus. And the result of these two arithmetic expressions you join with the relational operator less than. And at the end, draw a short outgoing line to show the final result. The fourth question, write an expression involving a logical operator to test if marks is 75 and grade is A. Here you should interpret marks is 75 as marks is equal to 75, and you have to use the relational operator is equal to. Marks is equal to 75. In C++, the relational operator is equal to is written with double equal to. Similarly, grade is A should be written as grade is equal to A using the relational operator is equal to. Marks is 75 and grade is A. Here AND is one of the logical operators. In C++ there are three logical operators, AND or NOT. And the operator for the AND operation is double ampersand. So here I combine these two relational expressions with the AND operator so that I get a logical expression. Look at the question once again. Write an expression involving a logical operator. So here I have an expression involving the logical operator AND. The fifth question is, what kind of constants are the following? First one, 26 is a decimal integer. Here the digits are prefixed with 0, which means this is an octal integer. 0xf. Here f is prefixed with 0x. Therefore, this is hexadecimal integer. 014.9. Since there is a fractional part in this number, this is a float constant. We can also call it as a real constant. 39 is a decimal integer. 032 is an octal integer. 0xcafe. 0x indicates that this constant is a hexadecimal integer. 04.14 is a real constant. The sixth question is, write the following real constants in exponent form. Here the real constants are in fractional form. To represent a real constant in exponent form, the format is mantissa E exponent. Since these are floating point numbers, you can move the decimal point in whichever direction you wish. For the number 32.179, I'm going to move the decimal point in front of 3 like this. Therefore, 32.179 I can write as 0.32179 into 10 to the power 2. Since I have moved the decimal point 2 places to the left, I multiply by 10 to the power 2. And this value you have to write as mantissa E exponent. 0.32179 E2. So E stands for into 10 to the power and 2 is the exponent. For the value 8.124, I am going to move the decimal point by 1 position to the left. So 0.8124 into 10 to the power 1, which is written in exponent form as 0.8124 E1. E1 means into 10 to the power 1. In the third value 0.0007, the significant digit is 7. So I am going to move the decimal point 4 places to the right. So I get 0.7 into 10 to the power minus 4. which in exponent form is 0.7 e minus 4. In the value 23.197, I will move the decimal point 2 places to the left. So I get 0.23197 into 10 to the power 2, which is 0.23197 E2. For 7.214, I will move the decimal point 1 place to the left. 0.7214 into 10 to the power 1, which is 0.7214 E1. In 0.0005, I will move the decimal point 3 places to the right. 0.5 into 10 to the power minus 3. That is 0.5 e minus 3. So, when you move the decimal point to the left, the exponent is positive, and when you move the decimal point to the right, the exponent is negative. There are some more values. 0.319. I'm writing as 3.19 into 10 to the power minus 1, which is 3.19 e minus 1. 15.223. 0.15223 into 10 to the power 2. 0.15223 E2. 211.05. 0.21105 into 10 to the power 3. 0.21105 E3. 0.00025. 0.25 into 10 to the power minus 3. In the 7th question, the values are given in exponent form and you have to represent them in fractional form. So 0.23E4 is nothing but 0.23 into 10 to the power 4. You multiply and write 2300.0. 0.517 E minus 3 is 0.517 into 10 to the power minus 3, which is nothing but 0.000517 in the fractional form. Similarly, 0.5 E minus 5 is 0.5 into 10 to the power minus 5, which is 0.000005. The 8th question is, which of the following constants are valid or invalid? If invalid, state the reason. 0.5 is valid. It is a valid real constant. Name within single quotes is invalid because in C++, a string constant must be enclosed within double quotes. \t within single quotes. It is valid. Here \t is called as an escape sequence. Escape sequences are character constants which are prefixed with \. 27,822. It is invalid because comma is not allowed in an integer constant, but dev C++ does not throw error. It stores the value as 27. The 9th question, what will be the result if num is equal to 6? The first statement, cout num, will print the value of the variable num, which is 6. So the output is 6. Cout within parenthesis num is equal to 5. Here is equal to is the relational operator. So num is equal to 5 is a relational expression. A relational expression will result in a Boolean value 0 or 1. You substitute the value of num here in this expression. 6 is equal to 5. False. So the result is 0. The 10th question, which of the following statements are valid or invalid? If invalid, state the reason. What value is stored in A? Int A semicolon. This is a declaration statement in which the variable A is declared as int. a is equal to 3,014 semicolon. The value 3,014 is invalid. It is an invalid integer constant because comma is not allowed. But dev C++ does not throw error. So the value of a is stored as 3. In the second statement, the value is enclosed within parentheses. This is different from the first one. This is also invalid. It's an invalid integer constant because comma is not allowed. But dev C++ does not throw error. The value of a is 12. You might be wondering how a got the value 12. My guess is dev C++ has taken the value of a as 014. And you already know that an integer constant prefixed with 0 is treated as an octal integer. So you take 14 as an octal number, 14 to the base 8, and convert it to decimal by applying positional weights powers of 8. 14 to the base 8 is equal to 1 into 8 power 1 plus 4 into 8 power 0, which is equal to 8 plus 4 equal to 12. That is why the value of a is 12. The 11th question is, evaluate the following C++ expressions. X, Y, Z are integers, M, N are float. Assume X is equal to 5, Y is equal to 4, M is equal to 2.5. For the first assignment statement, the value of N is 5. For the second one, value of Z is 16. The third one, value of Z is 0. I will show you how I arrived at these values. You take the expressions in the right hand side of these assignment statements and draw the order of evaluation for these expressions as I have taught you already in one problem. So the first expression, x plus y divided by x, the order of evaluation will be as follows. For the second expression, m into x plus y, and look at the third statement, z into equal to. So into equal to is a shorthand assignment operator which should be read as z is equal to z into this expression. Z is equal to z into x into m plus x. So you have to take the following variables for order of evaluation. And then first you have to perform x into m plus x. So x into m plus x, and then multiply this whole thing with z. Z into this. After drawing the order of evaluation, now you substitute the values which are given here for x, y and m. So first we will do y divided by x. Y is 4 and x is 5. What is 4 divided by 5? It is actually 0.8. But since y and x are given as integers in the question, when the numerator as well as denominator are integers, the result also will be integer. So 4 divided by 5 is 0.8, but you have to take the answer as 0. X is 5, so 5 plus 0 is 5. Therefore, the result of x plus y divided by x is 5, and that value is stored in n. Therefore, the value of n is 5. Now come to the second expression. Value of m is 2.5, x is 5. 2.5 into 5, it is 12.5. And y is 4, 12.5 plus 4. The result is 16.5. The result of this expression, m into x plus y, is 16.5. But when this gets stored in the variable z, it becomes 16. Because in the question, it is mentioned that z is an integer. An integer variable cannot store a float value. It can store only an integer value. So 16.5 is stored as 16 in the variable z. That is why the value of z is 16. Now coming to the third expression, x into m. X is 5, m is 2.5. 5 into 2.5 is equal to 12.5. Once again, x is 5. So 12.5 plus 5 is 17.5. Now here we have to look for the value of z, but it is not given in the question. Only values for x, y and m are given. So we have to take the value of z as 0 because it is the default value which is given by dev C++ for this integer variable z. So z I will assume as 0. 0 into 17.5 will give the final result as 0. So the value of this expression is 0, which is stored in z. The value of z is 0. That's all in this session. Thank you.